Hi guys, this is Josie and this is Sunday morning. Today is Easter, so for those of you guys celebrating Easter holidays and Passover, may you guys have the blessed time with your family and friends. I grew up Catholic, so for me Easter was my best holiday ever. I remember always, we had colored eggs and Easter bread, and it was always so much fun, so much food, so much exciting, like egg hunts and games. It was always one of my favorite holidays, even up to till today. I'm still celebrating it. I'm not so much in a Catholic or even a Christian. I guess my vision, my understanding of God expanded over the years, especially, working as a medium. But I like little rituals. I'm always kind of looking forward to a little, I always have the colored eggs and then all of the Easter bunnies. It's all important to me. Anyways, on the subject of death, I wanted to answer a few questions again as a medium, because again, most of my main gift is a mediumship. So I speak to souls, to spirits who passed away, and a lot of my clients come to me just for this reason. And there are 5 questions that people commonly ask me about death and dying, and I guess it's a good time to do this video now because of death of Christ and the sort of resurrection theme. And those 5 questions have been, again, probably one of the top 5 that people usually ask me. And to get the answers to those questions, I actually asked over the years, not just again yesterday, but over the years, the spirits that I channeled, the people who passed away. So they usually the ones who would give me those answers. My spirit guides would be another source of information for me. Anyways, I'm going to get started with these questions. So was the death painful for many of the souls? The truth is no. Many people who passed away report no, the passing was not painful. Most of them say that the fear was more painful, the actual process of dying. Again, for us, I guess I heard it from Carolyn Myss, who said that we are not afraid of death. None of the people are afraid of death and dying. People are afraid of how they will die. What will kill you? That's what the most scariest kind of thing that's people usually afraid of. But not so much about the process, the actual death. So when they're dying, there's more fears related to the process than the actual passing. So no, the answer is no to that. So no pain. And who is the deceased person greeted by when they cross over? So when they, kind of the souls leave the body, they usually are greeted by someone they know, and it may not be necessarily somebody, a person who passed away previously. It could be somebody from their soul circle. So we all come in a little circle, soul groups, and there would be somebody who is either a mentor, a soulmate, somebody they know within that soul circle. So they sort of meet them and they'll say hi, and they kind of recognize each other. There's all this momentum of, happiness and joy of being finally, free from the body and just being reunited with the spirit world. For those people who experience near-death experiences, those are the people who would generally meet with the spirit guide or somebody from the soul group and being told to go back. It was not their time to go. And I also heard a lot again, stories from the people who had a near-death experiences, that they were actually asking to be taken back to heaven, to that place, and they were told not to. It was not their time, but they had this vision, this memory, this beauty of that life in the spirit, so they did not want to go back to life in the body. But because they were not completed their life lessons, they were sent back. So spirit guides would typically be the people who would greet that person. So there's always immediate connection. There's always somebody they can recognize and say a friend, oh my God, I'm home, welcome, sort of thing. So yeah, that's what usually happens. Again, for different persons, a different kind of I'll say greeter, the person who greets them, but usually somebody from their soul circle. Okay, do people have a choice to, I don't know what I've written here, just some scribbling. Do people have a choice not to leave the body? Well, no. People actually, in many cases, even if they want to go back to the body, but sometimes the body is just not able to sustain life. So for example, the disease would have, take toll on the body, and the body is just not able to recover anymore. So the souls have no choice but to leave. In some cases, though, the souls are sort of have to take some time and review whether it would be the beneficial thing for them, for their soul growth, to have another go in the same body, in the same life. So there's a lot of kind of, sort of things that depend on that situation. But in most cases, people are going to have to go. You got to go, so they go. But there's no kind of regret. There's no hard feelings, I guess, after all. There's some souls who still refuse not to leave the earth plane. Those are the people, who are, the ghosts and stuff like this, which are really the souls who are very earthbound. They sometimes, for many years, believe it or not, they wouldn't even know that they were dead. I heard those stories. Anyway, so those are the earthbound spirits who have no body, but they had to go. They resisted actually kind of ascending. So they still kind of around the earth plane. Don't be afraid of them. There's nothing to be afraid of, especially earthbound spirits. Again, just keep in mind that there is a possibility, but they always have the ground rules for living. We have angels to protect this earth. This earth is operated by laws, so they cannot really get involved with physical laws. They don't apply to them as much. All right. Okay, how soon can the person reincarnate? So once the person passed away, when would be the next time that they can go back into a different body? It depends. Again, if somebody had a really difficult life, they may want to take some time off and just recover and regenerate and sort of get back to their kind of, like a soul healing place where they would review their life lessons, understand what exactly they've done not so good and what they did very well, and so they can modify their next life and make the best out of it. So it again depends for each person. Some people reincarnate really quickly, maybe 2 times a century, for example, but for some people they will take longer. So it all depends, I guess, on their soul purpose. Okay, and again, what happens in the afterlife? So person passes away and greeted by their spirit guides or the soul group member, and they will again be taken to some kind of a retreat where they will actually be left alone, and just for them to be sort of relaxed in the place where they will get a lot of healing, a lot of kind of nourishing energy where they will again recover. So they have to do a lot of letting go, especially if they left a lot of people they love behind. They still have this emotional blueprint, so they will need some time to be sort of put there in the space where they can be considering review of all of their life lessons. And then at some point of time they will be sort of introduced to their teachers, their mentors, where they will have this kind of a discussion and looking at every soul lesson and sort of how they've learned what energy they have discovered, how they contributed, and so on and so forth. So based on that, they will again have some sort of like a soul credits and then maybe go up a level in their soul group. So they all want to be mentors and teachers and then be in higher guides, and that takes time. That takes a lot of lessons. I'm going way over 6 minutes that I wanted to do this a really short video, but it did work out. Well, anyway, so those are the basic questions and I wanted to answer them. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to stop talking right now and probably do another video on reincarnation. Thank you guys. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.